Did you know the plague is still around? When you think of the bubonic plague, you probably think of the Middle Ages and history books. But there are a handful of cases in the US each year, including a man who sadly passed away from plague in New Mexico recently. Now, don't panic. Plague is not the threat it once was, and it's treatable now thanks to modern medicine. But it was a different story back in the 14th century. The bubonic plague dates back thousands of years, and experts classify it into three major pandemics between the year 541 CE and the mid-20th century. The second one, the Black Death, is probably the most well-known. The Black Death arrived in Italy in 1347 and decimated the population of Europe over the next several years. Just between 1347 and 1352, at least 25 million people died, and in some cases, plague wiped out entire villages. And although the Black Death started to burn out by the mid-1350s, outbreaks continued for the next 400 years. So what causes bubonic plague? That would be Yersinia pestis, a bacteria carried by fleas which then spread the infection when they bite a host, like a rat or even a human. Luckily, modern cases of plague can be treated with antibiotics if caught early. To reduce the risk of plague today, health experts say to avoid sick or dead animals, use flea control products on pets and prevent them from hunting, and keep rodent-prone areas in your home clean. And of course, avoid contact with any infected materials, patients' bodily fluids, and tissues. In fact, some of the steps we take today to control the spread of infectious diseases, like quarantine, began during the Black Death. In the US, there are only about 7 cases of plague reported each year, but there are some areas of the world where bubonic plague is endemic, meaning it occurs in that area at a consistent level and infection rates are fairly predictable.